If creating raving fans of your customers and staff happiness is right at the top of your to-do list, then this week's episode, inspired by one of the UK's most successful entrepreneurs, his shops are on every high street in most towns in the UK, then this week's episode 205 is exactly for you. Hello, it's Emma Mills here and welcome to episode 205 of MiTV. And this week's episode is one of my favourite kind of episodes because I know that most things you have to solve or do in your business just take time. You have to guard your time to do proper thinking, to solve problems, come up with new ideas. And if you can just get those rays of hope every week of implementable stuff that you can run with, you can give you hope, that you can enjoy reading or learning about, then I am all here for that. So my software episodes, my book episodes are my favourite, and today's is inspired by, I'll be honest, I know the shop. Did I know he was such a prolific businessman? No, I didn't. Did I know he'd been around for so long? Did I know he was so impactful on how to look after your team and how to make customers raving fans? I didn't know that either until my business coach and my new marketing assistant supremo, Noah, both recommended the same book to me in 1 week. And when two people recommend the same thing in the 1 week, you know that the universe is telling you have to buy it and read it. And it is absolutely fantastic. So I'm talking about Julian Rich. And Julian Rich, back in, I think it's 1978, when he was 19, set up his first hi-fi store in London Bridge. And since then, I think every year, or at some point since, every year he's been in the Guinness Book of Records because his business, Richer Sounds, is the highest selling business per square foot. So he makes the highest proportion of sales per square footage of his high street shops of any other business. And he is also renowned for having a super laser focus on how happy his team are. He's given a lot of shareholding to his staff so they benefit from profits in the business, but he has really implemented a lot of very smart strategies, and you'll be happy to know that there is a relatively thin book by Julian Rich called The Richer Way, and honestly it is awesome. I can't believe that I didn't know about him prior. Like, I know Richer Sounds, I didn't know about Julian Rich. And this book is all about customer satisfaction and understanding how to make your team competent at their work and really happy at the same time, because one thing that Richer Sounds are renowned for is that all of their team members have like a superior product knowledge. So if you'll go into one of their shops, I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks until anybody that starts in the business even can interact with a customer. They go through 2 or 3 weeks of product training, of role playing with other team members. Now, I know you're going to say to me, Emma, I've got a really small business. I don't have the luxury of not putting somebody in front of a customer for 2 or 3 weeks. I totally get that. That's not what I'm here for. What I am here for, though, is this book has got loads of implementable things. Like, literally every chapter is read a chapter, go and get your people that are in management positions in your business to read it, implement it with your team. Like, every single chapter is like that. And ultimately, it's all about how to make sure that people who buy from you and people who work from you are very happy. And the thing that was really interesting for me is we've grown quite quickly over the past 2 years. We've now got people in new positions such as team leaders, operations managers, deputy team leaders, like people that have been with us for a while have now got responsibilities. And you realize that unless you're a huge business who's got some kind of management graduate program, most businesses as they grow, they don't prep for training new leaders. They don't prep for training new managers. You know, you've been in my business, people have been really fantastic PAs. They're now promoted to new positions, and it's like, we forgot we need to train them how to be good leaders and managers. And this book is really awesome for helping along that way. It's about helping with how managers should manage, how to keep fun in the business, recruiting the right people and letting them go, their training structure of how they do it. And at the very end, in the appendix, is the most amazing survey, which if you don't swipe and deploy it and send it to your team, I mean, in it there are 34 questions. And it's the exact survey that he sends to all of his team every year. There's also a customer satisfaction survey in there of what they send. And if you don't get yourself a Typeform account or a SurveyMonkey account and do it with your own team, I would highly recommend you read this book and make a list of the things to implement. Read it slowly, implement as you go. It's really awesome. It's so like he is talking to you when he reads. And so I don't really have, like, unless I start delving into it more, but I want you to enjoy it. It's not a huge book, but the impact, fantastic. And I'm going to buy copies for all of my leadership team as well, because it's just really, really from the heart, very practical stuff, and a big fan. So The Richer Way, you'll learn all about Julian Rich and his awesome leadership skills and what they did to make Richer Sounds like a super successful business in a particularly difficult industry now, as hi-fis change into different modes of technology, as you can buy TVs easily on Amazon. The experience that Richer Sounds give via happy, knowledgeable customers still means that they are prolific on the high street. So I hope this week's episode gets your head out of the dirt into clouds. Go and buy it, go and get it on Audible, and let me know what you think, and I will see you next week. See you then, bye-bye.